we are living through very ajib times also, and Raj also has been shooting in these very trying and testing times, and so you've also recently shot.
Yeah.
What has it been like for you as actors and creators shooting during this time, shooting getting stalled, your colleagues testing positive, lockdown happening? How has it been like for you creative people?
We just need to adapt. And I think that's the biggest USP for us, right? If this is what we are put into, find a way out of it. Just adapt. If this is how we need to be functioning now, which people term as a new normal, then make it a normal and try and find a way to exist and work in that. For example, we have OTT platforms now where we can express and continue working and do this kind of work. We've evolved. We found a way and we've adapted and we've come to this. Um, I mean, I don't know when things will go back to normal, but till it doesn't, I'm very sure we'll be able to get through this.
For all film related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Well, lovely to speak with you, Nusrat and Raj. I watched Khilona, and I can say I was a little disturbed by the end of it. So, such mein ajeeb dastan thi. So, I'll start with Nusrat first. I've not seen you play a character like that, and we've been speaking since your first film. So, was getting into Meenal's shoes, should I say, or under the skin of this character a tough one for you?
It was tough for me for sure because I knew what the film was. I knew what we were stepping into, and I had not done that in a while. But I actually loved it a lot. I love when I don't know what's going to happen. I love when I'm nervous as hell. I love it when I don't know if I'm going to work well for this. And then doing the first shot and having a director say, "Oh, that was perfect," it's a different high altogether. But it was tough. It was definitely tough. I've really, from the accent to the world, to the crassness, to knowing that ye shayad galat kar rahi hai Meenal, but she has to do that to survive. I mean, just having all those thoughts in my head for those 8 days and the prep before that was definitely tough. But Abhishek helped a lot. Banerjee, he's somebody who I've always done all my auditions with, and he's helped me through a lot of films. So having him there every day to rehearse with was an absolute blessing. So yeah, he also really helped.
And also, when we were speaking earlier, you would say that I just want them to, like, break that mold that they have put me in. So Meenal helped you do that.
I hope so. I really hope so. I'm glad he cast me in it because that was the start of helping me break it. But I hope it does break.
Raj, where did this idea come about? Because, the thing is, as she said, I mean, I was watching it. Sometimes you feel bad for her and her striving for her sister Binny. And then in the end, boom, you are like, I mean, it's a moral dilemma. So where did you read about it? Because these are stories we do read in the paper, but we always distance ourselves, ये किसी के साथ हुआ है.
हमारे साथ.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It is, like you correctly said, Pooja, it's actually based on something that really happened. Was in the news. I don't want to get into detail about where it was and who it happened with. But the writer of the film, Sumit, so he's written the script. Sumit Saxena has written the script, and I think he kind of picked up that incident. He read about it somewhere, picked it up, and then kind of built a story around it. And then he brought it to Somen, who's also a producer on the film, right, and our creative head at Dharma. So he brought it to him, and Somen sent it to me. And when I read it, it was just, like some of those stories you just read and you're like, I had to say this. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I liked the world. And what I liked about it is the fact that, it's something that can be left to your interpretation as an audience. When you see it, you can take sides depending on who you kind of empathize with, but have your own interpretation of what's happening with the characters or what they're doing and stuff like that, which I found the most attractive about it. Of course, we worked on the script when I got it and made it slightly bigger in terms of the theme of the theme and what we're trying to say. But yeah, it was very exciting to do it. Just the first time I read it, I felt like it.
And from a director who gives us feel good stories, this is quite the dark space, huh?
Yeah, which is the best part about it, which I found most attractive about it as well. This could be my bad news, so to say.
I know. After Good News and Jug Jug Ji, suddenly he gives us Khilona. I mean, really. Nusrat, आप बताओ, प्यार का पंचनामा हुआ, Dream Girl हुआ, and Chhalang Lee, and now suddenly Meenal. So is it also exciting for you to play a flawed character? as such, because actors crave to play that, where you are not up for judgment.
100%. I've always had. I'm not normal normally. So this choosing these kind of films and doing these kind of films is actually me. It's just that people don't come to me with this for obvious reasons. They gave me other demented parts of being a nagging girlfriend all my life. But I love this kind of work. When I did LSD, I remember telling people कि मुझे ऐसी पिक्चर ही करनी है, which was obviously I was a child then. I really didn't know what kind of work I could still do, but I love dwelling in these kind of unknown territories where you don't know what the human psyche is going to make you do next, what your thought processes are, what people actually end up doing in weird situations. So I love it. I'm glad that we have a lot more stories, and I wish I can play them all.
What was your take on Meenal personally?
Oh,
No, she's a
personally,
seductress. She's a kind of a seductress. She is also aspirational, but there are a whole lot of things in her that make her. But what was your take?
I think she was a very realistic and very practical girl. Yes, she knew that the men were eyeing her, but she also knew that was her way of getting the job instead of the other maid. And if that gave her like a little bit of a fighting chance or a step ahead from the rest, that one line that she says, कि क्या कर लेगा ऐसा, देख ही लेगा ना, ठीक है 3 घंटा देखता रहे. So in her head, it's just that. Okay, cool. I mean, he can look at me, at least I'll get the job, I'll get the pay, and I'll get everything else that I want to. So it's her surviving in a world where it's damn difficult to survive. And if that's what she needs to do, that's what she needs to do. So I think she's quite realistic. I think she's quite aspirational, yeah, but aspirational not in terms of a larger than life sort of situation. Aspirational to a point where, listen, I just need light, or hi, I just need one job,
just
or
survival,
that's all I want.
Survival, yeah.
Just a survival, yeah. Like, okay, I'll hit my sister a little bit if we get like an orange or some good food today. It's such a right now aspiration. What do I need? I need lunch. So I'll just yell at her a little bit, I get lunch. So for me, that was as normal and practical as you had to get for her.
Also, if I can just jump in quickly, Pooja,
Yes,
I feel,
of course.
just to kind of answer your question right now, I feel for an actor, and I'm sure Nusrat agree with me on this, for an actor to portray a character completely and honestly, I feel it's very important to not judge the character and just
Judge
take
the character. Correct.
Just take it on the face value of it and just be in the moment and just be that person, and not to, because we as actors and people portraying a certain part tend to sometimes have notions about it, whether she's doing it right, not right, whether she's good. I think it's just important to kind of detach yourself from that, not judge the part at all or the character, and just portray it honestly and be in the moment. Which I think she I'm sure you agree with me, Nusrat, on that, is that you can't have an opinion about a character. You just have to be the character and, play it honestly and purely from an actor's perspective.
Yeah, but that's all my films now, yeah, Raj. I mean, if I started judging all my characters, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
But as an actor, the process, because when you are given that script, like, I mean, how do you get into that headspace? Because her reality is very different from your reality, That's what I meant.
You have to make her reality your reality. That's just exactly how I function. I have to genuinely believe and know that this is her world and this is what she needs and this for her is correct. There is nobody telling her ये सही है, ये गलत है. उसने खुद का सही गलत बनाया है. And she justifies it in her head. She knows that, okay, I'm going into this one's house. He's going to let at me. But it's fine. He's only looking at me. What's the big deal? So she's justified something that maybe she's also fearful and thoughtful about. But to kind of be able to get through it, she's giving herself that pat on the back and strength and saying that's okay. There's nothing wrong in what I'm doing. That's actually the last thread of it. Just make that world your world. And like Raj said, you can't think about why, when, what, how. It'll take away from you trying to be that person. So, true. That.
And also, Raj, I mean, in this 40 minutes, you have touched upon a whole lot of topics, whether it's sexual harassment, whether it's aspirations, whether it's the state of, people who are way below the lower middle class. I mean, somewhere poverty line, making ends meet. You've touched upon toxicity and relationships. Was it challenging for a director? Because, you're so used to the 2.5 hour format to put it in 40 minutes. And also now we are seeing a whole lot of anthologies coming. So as a director, and then I go on to Nusrat, exciting times to put everything in those 40 minutes vis-a-vis the graph that you have of, say, 2.5 hours.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's very challenging, but it's also very exciting because you only have that much
Correct.
time to say a story. In a 2 hour time period, what you have is the liberty to be able to establish characters, spend some time with them, know that person. But in a 30-40 minute time span, you have to just know the character immediately, know the conflict, know their world. So there's very little screen time to be able to establish all of that. But I think that's honestly more than a direction. I think comes in later. That's more a writing challenge than a
Writing thing.
direction challenge because you have to put that on paper, right? Everything. I mean, a film is made on paper. I truly believe that a film is made on paper first, and then you can either mess it up or do good with it or whatever. But it's made on paper. So I think the challenge here is to write it in such a way that you kind of attach yourself to the character immediately, but at the same time also know their dilemmas and their whatever they're fighting for, the conflicts or whatever this is. So it is very challenging, but also very exciting. Yeah.
And also, do you think that the narratives are also now evolving because this particular anthology explores a lot female sexuality, bonding, caste system, whole lot of things, and also, as you said, it's giving the actors a wider platform and a berth. So, are you like, what has it been like for you? Because this is your first anthology.
No, I feel like even in this story, like you just said, how do you wrap it up in those 30-40 minutes? When you do a very complex character, and we hear this line a lot, they say that, oh, the performance and the character was so layered, right? It has so many layers that you need to go deeper into it to be able to really be that person. I feel when you shot in a film, the film is layered. Every scene is layered so much that I mean, you have to say it in those 4 lines. You need to say 40 lines in those 4 lines, and that for me is the meat of the story. So if people are now dwelling in that area, I think writers are going to be the key element in this entire scene because it's their talent first as to how they're going to layer a story to a point where you understand all of these emotions. You understand where she comes from, what her background could be, what struggles she could have had. You can't go in the backstory and show that because you don't have the time and what she's become as a byproduct of all of those situations. So I feel that the stories are getting layered, and I think that's where audiences will enjoy it more because they're just going to feel it. I mean, we're not going to be able to spell it out to them anymore. It's just going to be a subconscious thing with good writing and good direction and good acting. We're going to able to leave that impact on them where they get what we're trying to say. They evolve and we evolve. So I think it's a hand and glove thing. If we do it right and give them the right kind of emotion, excitement, entertainment, whatever it is they take from the story, then they'll want it more, and hence we'll get the support to kind of do more of this work. So
Absolutely.
that's what I think.
And also, we are living through very ajib times also. And Raj also has been shooting in these very trying and testing times. And so you've also recently shot.
Yeah.
What has it been like for you as actors and creators shooting during this time, shooting getting stalled, your colleagues testing positive, lockdown happening? How has it been like for you creative people? And for someone, I mean, we are surviving this lockdown because of the content your artists are giving us.
Nusrat, you want to go?
I'll go. I know it's a very difficult time, and I know we all have lots of thoughts and worries, and lots of things have gone upside down. But I feel that we are human beings, right? We are evolved creatures. We have a brain. We just need to adapt, and I think that's the biggest USP for us, right? If this is what we are put into, find a way out of it. Just adapt. If this is how we need to be functioning now, which people term as a new normal, then make it a normal and try and find a way to exist and work in that. For example, we have OTT platforms now where we can express and continue working and do this kind of work. We've evolved. We found a way and we've adapted and we've come to this. I don't know when things will go back to normal, but till it doesn't, I'm very sure we'll be able to get through this and we'll be able to work. We'll find a new way of surviving. And that's just my take on it. I think we just need to adapt. And I think people are adapting.
Yeah, and it is challenging, but I really just hope and pray that we're able to, keep making stuff and keep creating content because, like you rightly said, that's what's also helping us get through these times. For me, not so as a maker, of course, I want to be able to keep doing it, but also as an audience and a viewer. I mean, we all watch content. I just hope we get, keep getting amazing content. It is challenging, but we have to, like Rishabh said, we have to find a way around it and make it work.
As I said, jug jio to that, and keep giving. And but honestly, I mean, with theaters and with the OTT platform, do you think it's going to impact cinema or the way we consume content?
Honestly, personally, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, theaters are going through a tough time right now. We're all going through a tough time right now. But I feel theater and OTT, this debate of whether OTT this time period is going to affect the theaters permanently. My personal opinion on this is that it's not going to. It's just a matter of when we get back to our normal times and theaters will. And I think OTT and theaters can coexist and co-thrive. I don't see any reason why they can't. I don't know why one needs to affect the other. It's just a different medium. I just feel in our country, the collective film watching experience is always going to. I mean, it's just. That's how we all, I mean, at least for me, why I wanted to do this all my life is because I love going to theater watching films. And that's an experience for me that will never be, substituted with anything else. But having said that, OTT is great and we're making content for it. We have so much good content that has helped us kind of get through this difficult phase as well. So I think it's just a matter of getting back to normal, and I think they can totally coexist.
So how are things on Jug Jio? All wrapped up?
No, we actually have a shoot coming up now, which again, Asker is going to talk. I'm telling you, this film will be a memorable experience. I just hope we finish it soon because we still have quite a bit of shoot left without anyone else testing positive again.
Fingers crossed. And Nusrat, all okay? Ram Setu, it was a cause of concern. You were so excited.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, but I think after a tough time, there is a nice sort of space to go to. You have there's a sort of bond that you feel like, chalo, ye jee liya. Ab to acha hi hoga. Matlab, we are done with the tough part. So we're striving through it, getting through it. There's absolutely no problem. We had a great few days of shoot. And looking forward to going back there. And whenever situation is great, we'll go back and we'll have a kick-ass shoot again. So no worries.
I'm sure you have the good news directors. You'll only get good news also. So lastly, जाते मुझे ये बताओ, ऐसा मोमेंट कौन सा था जिंदगी में जब आपको लगा अजीब दास्तान है ये?
ऐसे पर्सनल लाइफ में? ओ,
आप दोनों.
मेरी तो रोज कुछ ना कुछ होती है.
This creature sitting next to me on this video is a Ajib Dastan in herself, if I can tell you that.
बताओ now.
I can't.
My life is an open book, Raj. Go for it.
बताओ यार, Raj, बता दो यार.
No. So I never met her before the shoot, and on the shoot, कुछ भी होता है, random stuff happens to her. I mean, it's not so much what she does; it's what happens to her. She just, I don't know. It's just every day there was a surprise in store for her sometimes. Sometimes she'd be like, oh, I haven't slept, and only her body will show up, but the soul will be back at the hotel. Or sometimes I don't know, it's just Ajib Dastan. The creature herself is an Ajib Dastan. So it's apt that she's destined to be in this anthology.
I have told people this, that you should have cameras around me 24 hours and do like keeping up with the drama with Nusrat Bharucha. Because there is drama every second, something is going wrong or something is just a miss. And I'm like, how is this happening to me? Like, why me? What have I done? So, yeah, like I have Ajib Dastans every day. Every day. I'm used to it now. My life is only Ajib. I've accepted it.
Nusrat and have many entities. And Raj, I must tell you, and Nusrat, you too, I really enjoyed Little Inayat also. Quite a firecracker you had in her.
Oh my God. She's outstanding.
We were, trust me, we were blown away. I was blown away, and all of us were blown away by her performance and how she was on set. Just such an intelligent and aware kid. I don't think I've seen one in my life ever. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Anyways, brilliant job done. And as I said, these stories make you think. And out of the 4 stories, I actually sat back and thought about Khilona, Like it left that impact, because I saw all 4 and I could understand why they were doing, but Khilona was like, wait a minute, what happened here? So, well, anyways, well done all. And Nusrat, mold tod diya aapne. Dreamy girl.
Yay!
Thank you so much. And Raj, good news के बाद ये, as you said, this is the bad news, मगर हमेशा आपके साथ good news ही होती रहे. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pooja.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.